Welcome to a virtual tour of the High Museum of Art's exhibition, Picture the Dream, the story of the civil rights movement through children's books. We're going to look at works of art today that focus on the civil rights movement, which is an important part of United States history. Today we'll talk about some tough issues around fairness and being kind to each other, but also about how you can make a difference in your own neighborhood and community. All of the works of art that you will see are part of books that you can check out at your local library or find online. Before we begin, please note that you can watch the entirety of this video at once, or you can break it into 3 parts. This video is structured like the exhibition. It is divided into 3 segments as shown on this slide. This video is part 3. Today's Journey, Tomorrow's Promise, or Where the Civil Rights Movement is Today. All links can be found at high.org under the Learn tab. Also, feel free to pause the video at any time to take a closer look. Discussion questions and activity prompts will be available after each slide. Last, be sure to check out our Family Discussion Guide and Teacher Resource Guide for additional resources and information. In the Part 1 and 2 virtual tours, we talked about what was happening before the civil rights movement really begun and what happened during the movement. Now we'll look at where the movement is today. We're only showing a little bit, so be sure to do research at home or school to learn more. Let's get started. We have gone a long journey in learning about the civil rights movement. Although the events we have talked about in parts 1 and 2 happened over 50 years ago, the movement still continues today. In 2008, the United States elected its first Black president named Barack Obama. In this painting, we see 3 people. There is a Black man with his hand raised wearing a suit and a tie, and a Black woman wearing a yellow dress. The third person is a white man wearing judge's robes. He also has his hand raised. Behind them are thousands of people. In this image, we see Barack Obama becoming the 44th President of the United States of America. He is with his wife, Michelle Obama. The man wearing judge's robes is asking Barack Obama to pledge to be the new president. This moment was very important because the United States had never had a Black president before. Here is a photograph of President Obama. This event happened because so many people came before them. People like Ruby Bridges, Rosa Parks, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to demand equal rights for all people, no matter their skin tone. Although having a Black president was a very big deal, we are still fighting for equal rights for all people. Let's fast forward to today. In this work of art, we see a Black boy in a green shirt with his hands turned up and out. He is looking at an image that has a huge group of people in it. Some of the people are holding a sign that reads, Black Lives Matter. This image has a black frame around it and is hung on a wall with flowered wallpaper. Even though so many great things have happened for equal rights for all, things are still not 100% equal for Black people today. Racism, or the belief that one race or group of people are better than another group based on the color of their skin or where they're from, still exists. It is still important to stand up for what you believe in, even if it's very hard to do. If you could hear what this person is saying, what would it be? What do you see that makes you say that? Why is he holding his arms in that way? What does the phrase Black Lives Matter mean to you? The Black Lives Matter movement is like the civil rights movement because both groups of people were fighting and are fighting for the same goals and ideas. All people deserve equal rights, no matter the color of their skin. Check out this photograph by Sheila Pree Bright. She photographed children marching in a peaceful protest, and this took place only a few years ago. Like Ruby Bridges, we can see that kids can make a difference. Let's look at one more image together today about how you can make a positive change. Let's take a pause and consider the questions. If you could hear what this person is saying, what would it be? What do you see that makes you say that? Why do you think he's holding his arms in that way? What does the phrase Black Lives Matter mean to you? In this collage, or work of art created from cut-up pieces of colorful paper, we see the United States flag and the Statue of Liberty. We also see many children of different skin tones and wearing clothes that are all different colors. They are holding hands, and there are words in between them. The words read, "Freedom and Justice for All." What do you notice about this work of art? How is it different from other art that you've seen today? How is it the same? And what do you see that makes you say that? Why would the artist create different types of children and put them on the American flag? The word freedom means the ability to move and act without anyone telling you you can't. Justice means that everyone is treated the same and in a way that is equal and fair. What does freedom and justice mean to you? Why do you think the artist included these words? There is so much to think about when we look at this collage. A lot of times, kids don't think they can make a difference in this world because they think they're too young. That's just not true. Remember Ruby Bridges? She was only 6 years old. People of all ages can make a difference, even you. What is important to you? Talk to your friends or adults in your life about what is the most important. Do you feel like a change needs to be made? Write a letter to your state senator or even the president about it. Or create a collage like this artist did. There are many different ways to express our feelings. You are never too young to make a difference in this world. Let's pause again and consider the questions. What do you notice about this work of art? How is it different from other art we've seen today? How is it the same? And what do you see that makes you say that? Why would the artist create different types of children and put them on the American flag? What does freedom and justice mean to you? Why do you think the artist included these words? What is important to you? Do you feel like a change needs to be made? Write a letter to your state senator or even the president about it. Or create a collage like this artist did. Let's use our imagination again to walk outside of the galleries. Do you recognize the image? Thank you for joining us today on a virtual tour of Picture the Dream. We hope you know how important you are in this world and how every action we take can make a difference in someone's life.